Ever land on a planet that looks like paradise, only to step into hell's welcome mat? Fog so thick you can't see your own boots? Trees whispering secrets, and one wrong step skewers you like shish kebab. That's the nightmare. Chief Scientist Cricken walked into, and the human who yanked him out, labeled a paranoid ape. But what if that cowardice was the gut check that saved their hides? Strap in for this HFY mindbender. How a dirty stick turned an alien egghead's dream gig into a wake-up call for the stars. New to the channel? Hit subscribe and crank that bell. We sling these human edge sagas every week. No fluff, all fire. Let's dive into the muck. No specific visual mention. Use generic space stars. Cut to the brass. A sterile conference room aboard the UNS Endeavour. Stars streaking past the viewport like God's own fireworks. Admiral Skiller, stone-faced. Brass with a stare that could melt hull plating. And Captain O'Neill, our smooth-talking human liaison, face off with Chief Scientist Cricken, this blue-skinned brainiac from the ancient Krell Empire. He's 3 times our size, puffed up like a ticked-off peacock, slamming his report down. Sabotage. Incompetence. Assault. Seems Major Miller, a jarhead Marine with more scars than sense, aborted their dream mission on planet SR 39587, faster than you can say hostile natives. Cricken spit and fire. We were scientists, not soldiers. That human grabbed me like a rag doll. O'Neill leans back, cool as a cucumber in a cryopod. Whoa, Doc, first rodeo with us apes? Let's rewind. Spill the beans, your words. Cricken grumbles, sips his water like it's regret, and rolls the tape. Flashback to touchdown. Shuttle kisses dirt in a northern clearing. Fog rolling in thicker than Seattle smog. Scans scream life jackpot. Bugs buzzing. Birds chirping, trees towering like God's toothpicks. Cricken's crew, him on bio duty. A geologist hammering rocks, botanist sniffing leaves. Security? Miller and 2 leathernecks, plus a pilot glued to the stick. They fan out, bags filling with samples. Minerals glinting, petals popping, excitement's electric. Until 5 minutes in, 100 yards deep, Miller freezes him cold. Halt! Down low, don't twitch. Cricken's whispering, threat? Miller, stone silent, eyes like lasers. He creeps forward, parts leaves in a dip, and hauls out a stick, sharpened, dirty. 1 poke and the party's over, but why? Stick around, this twig's got more bite than a rattlesnake. Miller's whispering urgent. Bag it, Marine. Back to the bird, quiet and quick, same trail. Cricken, boiling over. A stick? You're scrapping science for splinters? We're here for breakthroughs, not Bush League jitters. Miller sighs, heavy as a rucksack. Mission accomplished, Doc. Threat level, red, intelligent locals, armed and unfriendly. We extract, call diplomats. Proof. Crickets. Cricken shoves past, big mistake. Miller clamps down, hand over mouth. Easy, big guy.
Marines scoop the squawking scientists like lost luggage, hustling them aboard. Cricken's locked in a cabin, fuming. Paranoid primate. I'll court-martial your hide. Back in the know. O'Neill, Zuzcom, and Miller. Talk me through the twig terror. Miller, deadpan. Pungy stick, sir. 1 clean cut. Tip fouled with crud. Trap City. Cricken erupts. A stick. He panicked over a twig. O'Neill chuckles dark. Doc, y'all Krell? Ancient sages, fightin' with dreadnoughts and mechs. Wars? Myths. U.S. humans? We clawed from mud, sticks and stones our Excalibur. That twig? Commode pungy pit. Step wrong, you're skewered, infected slow. And 1 cut? Metal tool, not Stone Age. Iron Age bad guys, maybe worse. Feces on the tip? Not for hunting deer, that's for dropping enemies rotten. Cricken's gulpin' air. Barbaric. But us? O'Neill nods. We still rig 'em in the dirt.
Miller clocked a war zone. Extracted fast, quiet.
Even if it meant a piggyback for you. Twist your brain yet? If this stick smackdown has you side-eyeing alien arrogance, smash like and holler in comments. Pungy or plasma, your go-to booby trap. Spill the tactical tea. Cricken's graspin'. Maybe natural split. Huntin' pit for beasts. O'Neill shakes his dome. Nah, tainted for killin', not eatin'. Bacteria savvy? That's no caveman. You waltzed into enemy turf, Doc. 1 step. And your team's medevaced with gangrene. Miller, he smelled the ambush. Yanked the plug before bows or blades turned your field trip bloody. Imagine. Natives melt from the mist, iron blades gleamin', eyes burnin' with trespasser hate. Your shuttle? Overrun. Science? Splinters. But Miller's call? Clean abort, no shots fired, no bodies bagged. Back aboard, Cricken stewin'. But truth sinks like lead. We miss the signs. Intelligent life right underfoot.
O'Neill grins wolfish. Congrats, you bagged a first contact. Just not the flower-picking kind. Cricken deflates. He could have explained. Miller overhearing via comm. Tried, Doc. You were rabbiting on samples. Climax hits. Cricken bolts. Report retracted. Apologies to the Major. And booze to pave the peace. O'Neill groans. Y'all and your liver tests. Door hisses shut. Admiral to O'Neill. After the apes in mud lecture? He wants to ply us with firewater. O'Neill sighs. Classic. Tomorrow's going to be a hangover. From twig terror to toast, that's human smarts. Spot the snake in the grass. Live to laugh. We don't just survive the stars. We outfox them. Dawn breaks on the Endeavor. Cricken's revised report glows green. Major Miller, hero of the hour. Mission log scrubbed of drama. Prepped for diplomat drop on SR 39587. Natives, still shadows in the fog, but now with respect. And maybe trade for better traps. Cricken learns the hard way. Tech's shiny, but grit reads the room.
Or the leaves. Humans? We're the wild cards. Forged in the crucible, sniffing danger like bloodhounds. Apes in the mud ain't insult. It's origin story. Rap on pungy peril. Proof that sometimes the sharpest weapon's the one you see coming. Man, what a fog-lifting fiasco. Thanks for trudging the trail with me. Trailblazers. If Miller's stick spot saved your mental image of the day, drop that like thunder, comment your wildest. What if we missed it nightmare? And subscribe with bell blaring. Lock in for the HFY. Fleet that's got aliens sweating sticks. Next blast, why human humor's the galaxy's deadliest virus. Don't bail. Hit play and keep the edge sharp. Stay vigilant, stay human. Over and out.